They make you doubt yourself without you even realizing it. Not with a loud voice, not with obvious insults, but with subtle words, little comments. Tiny seeds they plant in your mind until you start questioning everything about yourself. You've felt it before, haven't you? That feeling that maybe you're not enough, that maybe your ideas aren't good, that maybe you should stay quiet. That's not an accident. Someone or something put that thought there. Because the truth is, most people aren't born insecure. They're trained to be. And today we're going to expose how they make you doubt yourself without you even knowing it. Doubt is powerful. It's one of the easiest ways to control people. You don't have to stop them physically. You just have to make them hesitate. Think about it. Every dream that died, every plan that faded, every risk you didn't take, it started with a moment of doubt. I don't think I'm ready. What if I fail? What will people think? And you might think those thoughts are your own, but often they're not. They come from somewhere, from people, from systems, from a world that benefits when you play small. So let's break this down. Let's look at exactly how they do it, so you can spot it the next time someone tries to dim your light. The first way they make you doubt yourself, they disguise criticism as concern. They'll say things like, "I'm just worried you're getting your hopes up. Are you sure that's realistic? I just don't want to see you disappointed." Sounds caring, right? But if you listen closely, the message underneath is, you can't handle failure. You shouldn't even try. It's sneaky. Because it doesn't sound mean, it sounds rational. So you let it in. You start thinking maybe they're right. And before you know it, you're playing it safe. You're holding yourself back. Not because you can't do it, but because someone else made you believe you shouldn't. Here's the truth. Most people project their fears onto others. When they tell you something can't be done, what they really mean is, they couldn't do it. So the next time someone questions your vision under the disguise of concern, remember, you don't need their permission to believe in yourself. The second way they make you doubt yourself, they weaponize comparison. From the moment you start something, there's always someone doing it better. Better body, better job, better life. Social media has made this a full-time operation. You're constantly scrolling through highlight reels thinking you're behind. But here's what you don't see. You're comparing your behind the scenes to their final edit, your real life to their filtered moment. And over time, this constant comparison rewires your brain. It tricks you into believing that if you're not at the top, you're not enough. That's how they keep you chasing validation instead of purpose. You stop doing things because they fulfill you, and start doing them because you want to look successful. The result? You lose touch with your own standards. Your confidence becomes fragile because it depends on external approval. But here's the fix. Stop asking, "Am I better than them?" And start asking, "Am I better than I was yesterday?" That's the only comparison that actually builds confidence. The third way they make you doubt yourself, they make you crave validation. It starts early. You're praised for following rules, for getting good grades, for being a good kid. You learn that your worth comes from approval. And as you grow up, the pattern continues. You start chasing likes, compliments, attention, because that's where your self-worth lives. But here's the problem. If other people can give you confidence, they can also take it away. That's why one negative comment can ruin your whole day. That's why silence after you share your work feels unbearable. The system is built to make you dependent, because a person who needs approval is easy to control. Real confidence doesn't come from being liked. It comes from liking yourself even when nobody claps. So start validating yourself. Celebrate small wins. Stand by your decisions. Don't outsource your worth. The fourth way they make you doubt yourself, they normalize playing small. How many times have you heard someone say, "Don't be so full of yourself. Stay humble. Don't make others uncomfortable." Sounds like good advice, right? But often, it's just a polite way of saying, "Shrink so I can feel comfortable around you." We live in a world where confidence is often mistaken for arrogance. If you speak boldly, you're told to calm down. If you dream big, you're told to be realistic. If you win, people whisper that you got lucky. And slowly, you start dimming your own light just to fit in. But here's the truth. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to stand out. Every time you play small, you send a message to the world that your potential doesn't matter. And that's exactly what they want, because small people are easier to manage. So stop apologizing for your fire. You can be humble and powerful. You can be kind and confident. You don't owe anyone your silence. Here's what it all comes down to. Doubt is not the enemy, it's a signal. It's your mind asking, am I living by my truth or someone else's? When you feel doubt creeping in, don't panic. Pause. Ask yourself, whose voice is this? Is it mine? Or is it someone who told me I wasn't enough? Once you identify the source, you take away its power. Because self-belief isn't built in a day. It's built every time you choose to trust yourself over the noise. Every time you act despite fear. Every time you speak up when it's easier to stay quiet. Every time you remind yourself that you are capable, even when no one else says it. That's how you take your power back. So here's your takeaway. The world will always try to make you doubt yourself. It's how it keeps you compliant, distracted, and small. But you don't have to play along. You can train your mind to recognize the tactics: fake concern, constant comparison, validation addiction, the push to play small. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And that awareness alone puts you back in control. From now on, every time you feel doubt, don't see it as weakness. See it as proof that you're stepping outside the limits they set for you. That's where growth happens. That's where confidence is forged. So here's what I want you to do. Think of one area in your life where you've been holding back because of doubt. Write it down. Then ask yourself, who made me believe I couldn't do this? You'll probably find that it wasn't you. And once you see that, once you realize those limits were never truly yours, you'll start breaking them, one by one. If this message hit you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Drop a comment telling me where doubt has been holding you back. And if you're serious about reclaiming your confidence, hit that like button, subscribe, and keep showing up. Because the moment you stop doubting yourself, the world starts doubting its power over you.